Without all these noise and all these people talking about it, I don't think I'll ever have enough influence for this topic. I mean, I'm not in Hollywood, or I'm not remotely close to even being in Hollywood yet. What is up, my friends? My name is Richard Juan and welcome to another video, and today we'll be talking about Crazy Rich Asians. If you haven't seen the movie, please click away right now, because there definitely be a little bit of spoilers. I mean, nothing too major or anything like that, but you know, there's still spoilers regardless, so it's up to you. Crazy Rich Asians is the first mainstream Hollywood movie in more than 20 years to actually have an all-Asian cast. Although some of them are halfies, but to me, they're still Asian. On TV, there actually is a show called Fresh Off the Boat, which was kind of revolutionary as it talks about East Asian immigrants in America, that moved to America rather, which Constance Wu plays perfectly as the female lead. It's doing well, but it did not generate as much buzz when it first came out as, of course, compared to Crazy Rich Asians is right now. So let me start by saying that this video is not a review of the movie or anything like that. It's far from it. I'm not here to talk about the performance of the actors or the screenplay or the cinematography, but rather the implications this movie might have for the future of Asians in Hollywood. And since I am East Asian, I think, I'll be talking about East Asians more. And when I say East Asians, I mean people who has, yellow skin like me. As some of you may know, I'm pretty critical of the whole issue of how Asians are represented in mainstream media, especially in Hollywood films. The number one problem is invisibility. How often do you see Asians on Hollywood films? Yes, we're going to be minorities in America, but we still need some representations too, right? According to a study in UCLA, Asian characters made up only 3 to 4% of roles in scripted broadcast and cable shows in 2014 to 2015 season. And of top 100 films in 2015, 49 had zero Asian characters, and of the 100, none of the leading roles went to Asians. Then another study in late 2016 showed that in 2015 to 2016 season, in 2,052 broadcast, digital, and cable TV series regulars, only 6.9% of them were Asian American, and of that number, 87% were on screen for less than half of the episode. See? Numbers speak for themselves. If ever we even see Asians on screen, we are often misrepresented. Okay, help me out, guys, here. Besides Steven Yeun, John Cho, Ki Hong Lee, name another East Asian male celebrity in Hollywood who is not a comedian, or if ever they're on TV or on a movie, they're not playing a role of a joker or a sidekick or someone who's just wacky and makes people laugh. Or what about this? Name an Asian female celebrity in a Hollywood film right now, past couple of years, who is not the love interest of the dominating, world-saving Caucasian male lead. Think of the roles that involve Asians. Think recent Hollywood films with an Asian female star. The Great Wall, Wolverine, X-Men, Grown Ups. I think that's with Jamie Chung in it. Did any of them play a huge, major, powerful role? They are often characters that are submissive, fragile, quiet, super hot, and pretty much fetishized. Now think Asian men. Remember that guy in Two Broke Girls who I don't remember what his name was? I think Hanny or something? Henry? Who talks in a very heavy Asian accent, or think about Leslie Chow and his jokes in Hangover. Or Rajesh Kuthapalli from Big Bang Theory, who couldn't talk to women for 5 seasons? I think 6 seasons? Asian men are often one of 4 things in Hollywood. Embarrassing buffoons, geeks, martial artists, or someone who has a small penis. For decades, Asian men are just relegated to roles such as tech nerds, assistants, sidekicks, who are often portrayed to be highly emasculated, desexualized, characters who are barely shown to be attractive or romantically desirable by anyone. When was the last time you saw an Asian man kiss someone on screen? I'm talking about Hollywood stuff, I'm not Korean stuff. Us Asians have always been the butt of the joke, and it seems like it's okay to make fun of Asians. Remember the whole Steve Harvey drama about Asian men?
Date a white woman, a practical guide for Asian men. That's one page too. Excuse me. Do you like Asian men? No. Thank you. You like Asian men? I don't even like Chinese food, boy. I don't eat what I can't pronounce.
He was asking the audience if they find Asian men attractive, and he said no. I mean, but the thing is, what we find personally attractive is so influenced heavily by societal definition of beauty, which have long been based on Western standards. When whiteness is considered superior, white people are considered more attractive and beautiful by definition, and appearance of other people, of like other race, deviates from the idea of standard or the idea of beauty, then they're considered ugly. So it's like that. So everyone just wants to be white and Caucasian. But honestly, now the popularity of whole Korean drama and Korean music,
It goes down, down, baby. Rhythm it on the goes down, down, baby. La 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 la, la 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 la. 우연히 아니니까.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
I'm just glad that we're finally redefining Asian male beauty. Why am I talking about Asian male beauty now? Okay, guys, I know what you guys have been thinking. I mean, Richard, you've never been too vocal about this. You just have some tweets here, tweet there. But why are you just bringing this up right now and making a video about this? Well, first of all, I think this is the perfect time for me to put something out because we are all talking about this. We're talking about the rise of Asians in Hollywood. Second of all, without all these noise and all these people talking about it, I don't think I'll ever have enough influence for this topic. I mean, I'm not in Hollywood, or I'm not remotely close to even being in Hollywood yet. But anyway, let me finally start talking about the movie and how it can be a game changer. Before the movie was released, one of my biggest fear was, of course, how the movie would further emphasize or enforce the stereotypes that we Asians already have. And it kind of did, and it kind of did not. To start things off, I think it's important to highlight that this movie is based on a book written by Juan, who based it loosely on his own life, a Chinese or Singaporean American. There are many critics about the misrepresentation of Asia. Where are the accents? Where are the brown people? Where are the middle class people? But the most important thing is that they forget that this movie is essentially about a Chinese Singaporean family. Its entire premise centers on a specific small group of people in Singapore, the extremely insanely wealthy people, who sends most of their kids to international schools or boarding schools in the UK. And hence, the accent. On the surface, this film is about Asians, but in spirit, honestly, it's very American. The objective is not to showcase all the different types of Asians in Asia, or even in America. It's impossible to. People forget that we are so diverse. People also forget that this movie is not a Singaporean or Asian production. If a film created by a local Asian screenwriter or directors and producers brushed off this whole minority issue or minority identity, then that's where we have a problem. But the thing is, Crazy Rich Asians is made by Hollywood, and we gotta judge it by Hollywood standards. Honestly, I'm just mixed with a lot of thoughts. Like, I see the good, I see the bad. But bottom line is, we gotta focus on the good, which is the fact that this is a successful Hollywood romantic comedy where we have Asians playing the lead roles. And especially how romantic comedies are normally dominated by Caucasian actors. There is no question that the movie is a massive step forward for Asian representation. It's extremely rare to see an Asian character in a major Hollywood film that is not typecast or modeled along the stereotypes that I've already mentioned in the video earlier. So it's really a massive step forward. I like to see it that way. Look at the positive side, right? Another thing I appreciate is how the movie explores intricacies of the culture and tradition, particularly the tension of Asian Americans versus traditional Asian families, or in this case, Singaporean Chinese families. Eleanor, the boss of the house, is unhappy with the kindly, thoughtful Rachel entirely because she grew up in the US and she has American beliefs. Eleanor believes that unlike Americans who follow their passions and self-centered and are selfishly pursuing their own happiness, we, the Asians, put family first, and we understand how to build things that last longer. I'm sure that a lot of Asian families can actually relate to, because this is something that has never been touched on a Hollywood movie. And I know I'm being a little bit critical here, but the social struggle between the American pursuit of individual happiness and the Chinese or Asian ideal of sacrificing for the family, for me, was not really shown enough for Nick. Because there's not a lot of tension between Nick or being confused on what to do. It's so clear from the start until the end that Nick is so in love with Rachel that he was willing to give up most of the things. And I think it would be pretty interesting if, you know, Nick showed a little bit of doubt. And but hey, like I said in the start of the video, I'm not here to talk about the details of the movie. I'm just here to talk about the future and what potential I see in this. So to wrap things up, for me, Crazy Rich Asians has done so much for Asian representation. It's done so much that it's finally given us Asians a voice. It has showcased our identity. And no doubt there's still so much more to do. There's still so many Asian stories to be told. And the movie did not even scratch the surface of the middle class to the lower class Asians. And I don't even mean the Asians that live in Asia. I mean the Asians that live in America, the Asian Americans. There are just so many stories there to be shown. At least a start. A good start. And seeing Asian American finally being represented in a major role on screen, on a big screen, is absolutely a dream come true for me. I've always wanted to be a lead in a rom-com, but I pretty much gave that hope away already. I mean, I never wished for it because I know that Hollywood was never looking for someone like me to lead in a rom-com. It's always like the, you know, super handsome, white, Caucasian, strong men. But Asian men are often, if not always, emasculated in Hollywood films. But when you finally see yourself represented such as on Crazy Rich Asians and how they have Henry Golding and Chris Pine play very masculine characters, it truly is inspiring. Like, it makes me feel like, hey, there's a future for us. But at the end of the day, again, what is the definition of masculinity? Masculinity should no longer be defined by brawn or strength or height or body size. It should rather be something deeper. I mean, maybe intellect, charm, wit, sweetness, kindness. Maybe it's time for the whole entertainment industry or the whole world to embark on a journey on reconstruction or reconstructing the definition of masculinity itself. Wow, how did I get to masculinity again? Wow. But anyways, I've gone too far again. But yeah, it's exciting times ahead for us Asians in Hollywood, and I can't wait to see more Asians in Hollywood. And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and tell me your thoughts about Crazy Rich Asians in the comment section down below, because I really want to hear it from you guys. Did you guys enjoy it, or did you guys have a lot of thoughts and unsure feelings like me? And of course, as usual, don't forget to like and share this video. And yeah, that's that. That's a lot of thoughts. I still have so many to talk about, so many things I want to say, but I'll keep it, just that for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, peace out, hombres, and always be real.